Hi everyone, this is Karen from Chat2. This video today will introduce you to some great features in the chat window this week. So this is a new upgrade for Chat2. The new features will make it easier to chat with these new innovations, including videos in your chat, a file manager function, and just an easier way of using canned messages to make your chatting faster. So let's log in. The website I'm using today to demonstrate these new features is NQ Solar. The chat still appears in the same way with the flashing green bar and the notifications across the screen that you will see. You can answer it by clicking on the double bubbles and it opens up into the chat screen. Once the chat is open, you'll notice some main differences here is primarily in the chat box below, where you now have all these new icons appearing. The other big change is that the font size within the chat window itself is actually enlarged, so it makes it easier to read from the visitor end as well as the operator end. So this visitor is inquiring about the zip hot waters. So with the new chat features, we can now modify the font and how we want our message to appear. So if we just highlighted the text, we can now have the functions of bold, italics, underline, as well as selecting a whole different font as well from the font families. We can also change the size of the font and press return to send. Now the customer is asking on whether the zip hot water system has a child safety lock. Now I know that I have several canned messages around this already. The new feature with canned messages is that now I just have to type in a word that I know that's in the canned message, and Chat2 will now offer me some suggested responses that I can choose from. So just by typing in zip, we've got boiling only unit child safety lock, and we will send that as a canned message. And now I have just remembered there's actually a video that we can add in here on the child safety lock for the Zip Hydro system. So with our new features, we can now add videos into our chat. So we just need to paste the video URL. The video can come from YouTube, Vimeo, Vine, Instagram, Dailymotion, or Ukiyo. So from our YouTube screen here, we have the share button. So I'm just going to copy this URL, paste it into this screen here, click on Insert Video, and instantly my video appears in my chat box, and I just press the send button to send it into my chat. So now the customer can actually view this video on child safety locks for the zip hot water in their chat. Our visitor has come back and asked as regards to whether there's any restriction on the time the water is running because they have a few children. Can certainly relate to that. So again, I know I have a canned message set up around this. So I only have to type in run, and there is the zip timing of water running. So I can select that. So with this new feature in selecting a canned message, it does pick up whether it's a lowercase or uppercase. So all my canned messages for zip were actually using a capital Z. So if I typed in a capital Z, then I get all my canned messages. But if I just typed in the lowercase zip, I don't receive any. So that's important to be aware of when you're naming your canned messages as well. Now with the new features in Chat2, there's actually now a highlighting function as well. So you can highlight one of the more important things on the message that you're trying to send to the visitor. So if I just highlight there the 5 to 15 seconds, and another feature is my alignment, my paragraph alignment. So I can now left align, I can center the paragraph, I could right align, or also indent as well. So for this purpose, just for demonstration, I'm going to center it. Something else that's new that we've never been able to do before is also insert emojis from the operator end. You were able to do it from the visitor end, but not as an operator. So I'm just going to put in an emoji here. Now the visitor has asked what colors does the system come in. Now this would be the perfect opportunity to add an image here. There are a couple of ways that you can do this. You can actually attach an uploaded file, And then that opens up a file manager system. I'll actually do a separate video on this as there's quite a few icons in this area to understand. The other way is just to insert a URL link, so directly from your website, that link for this image. I've just typed in here the text display for the link and the URL that the link should go to and click open in new window. Then I insert link and then it will appear into the chat. And if I hover over that and click, it then takes me to the image URL. Another way of adding in an image of the zip finishes is by adding a picture through this icon here. So if we click that icon, it's just asking directly for the image URL, which we can paste that in and click on Insert Image, and then the image appears within the chat, and we press Send, and there's our image appearing within the chat. The other icons that are within this bar are as per normal. So you've got your print icon, and if you clicked on that, it takes you to a print preview where you can print your chat. The other icon is your mail. So you just put in your recipient, your subject, and it automatically inserts your reply email there and to write a message to your visitor, and then just click on Send. The next icon is the eye, which is a screen sharing function, and I'll do another video around this. The transfer chat icon is still there, so that's when you're transferring chats between operators, more so for larger companies who have chats set up in different departments. This is a new icon which is creating a new line, which means that you can actually add a new line in, because if you press return, it normally sends the chat. This way you can actually add a new line and keep typing. So to demonstrate the creating that new line function, the customers ask what are the main types of zip hot water systems that you sell. So you could actually create a list here, which is where you would put in the insert the new line. So the customer asked about the main types of zip hot water systems that are sold. And so by inserting the new line, you could actually create chilled water, sparkling water, boiling water, or a combination of the above, without sending each line separately. Then you can just press return to send. And the last icon that is set up here is the send on return enabled. So if that is locked, then you can send your messages by pressing return. If it's actually unlocked, then it will not allow you to send the message pressing return, and you would actually have to use the send button. Again, this is another function for creating lists, depending on how you like to operate, whether with your mouse or with the keyboard. So the last thing normally with a chat is that you ask if there's anything else you can assist you with. I have the send on return disabled, so when I go to press return, it just takes me to the next line and doesn't actually send the message. Though if I click the lock on and I press return, then I can actually send the message. So the new features are also rolled into the visitor side as well. As you can see, there's larger text. They can also do the same things similar with the fonts, which the operator can do as well. They've got a highlighting function, they've got the emojis, which they always had, creating a new line and sending on that return enabled as well. So that's all the new features for this rollout this week on Chat2. Please feel free to give us any feedback. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and we look forward to chatting with you. Thanks for using Chat2.